Have you ever pondered if beauty can unlock doors often closed for others? Welcome to our deep dive into an intriguing sociological concept that holds more power than you might imagine: pretty privilege. Pretty privilege, while not a new idea, has recently been gaining more attention. It revolves around the premise that individuals with conventional attractiveness often receive preferential treatment in various aspects of life, from professional opportunities to social interactions. This predisposition towards beauty influences societal interactions and perceptions in ways that are often overlooked, but as with any privilege, it's a double-edged sword. While it can open doors and create opportunities, it's also accompanied by its own set of unique challenges. And it's these nuances, these hidden facets of pretty privilege that we'll be exploring in this video. Now that we've introduced the concept of pretty privilege, let's delve deeper into its intriguing and sometimes unsettling implications. Stay tuned as we unpack the sunny side of pretty privilege and later its darker, less talked about side. Imagine getting noticed the moment you walk into a room, not for what you do or say, but just for how you look. This possibility introduces you to the fascinating idea of pretty privilege. This compelling occurrence, albeit elusive, is definitely prevalent and functions like possessing a magical golden ticket. This ticket gives access to a world abundant with opportunities waiting to be seized. But those hold this golden ticket frequently underestimate its true power and the considerable potential it embodies. So what are the real advantages of pretty privilege? The answers cover a broad spectrum. In the job environment, those who are aesthetically pleasing often have an edge. They are frequently selected for jobs more likely to climb the corporate ladder and receive larger paychecks than their counterparts. This bias, though unfair, is deeply ingrained in human psychology and societal norms, marking itself as a force to be respected. In social life, the benefits of pretty privilege are significant. Good-looking individuals are viewed as friendly, smart, and trustworthy, setting the foundation for large and expansive social networks. Their allure and charisma encourage positive impressions, often leading to a more dynamic social lifestyle. Now, let's explore the halo effect. This psychological incident involves seeing attractive people in a more positive way. It can show up in different ways, from receiving extra smiles, compliments, to exceptional customer service. The halo effect is a solid proof of the benefits of pretty privilege. An often overlooked but critical aspect of pretty privilege is the increase in self-confidence. Compliments on physical attractiveness boost self-esteem, which can significantly influence various life areas. This enhanced confidence can nurture better relationships and overall personal growth. However, this phenomenon isn't merely anecdotal. There are ample studies supporting this idea, such as specific research showing that attractive individuals score higher in sociability and competence. But it's crucial to remember that while pretty privilege has considerable sway, it's not without its disadvantages. Being on the receiving end of constant admiration and preferential treatment can feel like a blessing, but what happens when the novelty wears off? When the spotlight becomes a glaring floodlight, the perks of pretty privilege can quickly morph into hidden thorns. The first thorn is the unrealistic expectations and pressure to maintain a perfect image. The mirror, once a friend, can become the harshest critic. The constant scrutiny can lead to a perpetual state of anxiety, a never-ending quest for perfection. Next, we delve into the issue of objectification and dehumanization, which also gives rise to a fourth thorn: loneliness. The irony of pretty privilege is that while it can make you stand out, it can also lead to a loss of individual identity. Attractive individuals are often reduced to their physical attributes, their worth and value judged solely on their appearance rather than their character or skills. This can also lead to a lack of meaningful relationships, as others might find it hard to look beyond the surface, hence resulting in a deep sense of isolation and loneliness. The third, and perhaps the sharpest, is the immense pressure to maintain one's looks. This can lead to a myriad of mental health issues, including body dysmorphia and eating disorders. The fear of losing the privileges associated with attractiveness can create a toxic cycle of self-doubt and self-devaluation. So, while pretty privilege may seem like a ticket to an easier life on the surface, it's important to remember that it's not all sunshine and roses. The pressure, the objectification, the loneliness, and the unrealistic expectations can take a toll. Pretty privilege, in its essence, is a double-edged sword that can cut both ways. Let's continue to peel back the layers of this complex phenomenon in the next segment. So what have we learned so far about pretty privilege? It's a complex social phenomenon that carries with it both blessings and curses. On one hand, it can open doors and create opportunities that might not be available to others. It can make social interactions easier and more enjoyable. On the other hand, it carries with it a heavy burden. The pressure to maintain a certain image can be exhausting and can lead to a host of mental health issues. The potential for superficial relationships is high, as people might be more interested in your looks than your character. And societal expectations can be overwhelming, leading to feelings of inadequacy and self-doubt. But perhaps the most important takeaway from our discussion on pretty privilege is the importance of empathy and awareness. Beauty is not just skin deep, and everyone has their own unique charm. By acknowledging the existence of pretty privilege, we can work towards a society where everyone is valued for who they are, not just how they look. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of pretty privilege. If you found this video enlightening, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Let's continue these important conversations together. Remember, your voice matters, and together we can make a difference.